Hey guys, welcome back to another Build in Public update. Let's jump right into it. So for Swiftbrief, our SEO outline generator, we have a bit more of a strategy piece this week. So we have deployed the Briefs v2, which was a UI and prompt complete overhaul. Now the prompt gets fed all the data that we're pulling together and all the processes up front. So all the keyword research, all the branch level keyword expansion, all that, the keyword frequencies, etc. All that goes into the prompt now, and the prompt will do its best to model the outline after leading competitors or the topical authority across all these keywords. So that is something we've been working on for quite a while, and we're now ready to update the pricing, as the new version will come with a bit of a price increase, and then start charging people. So far we've been running free testing, and we're also going to start cold outreach, running a test pod first and then scaling that and automating that over time. And so if we look at the machine from a high level, we are so looking at the last remaining items here. We have the pricing, we have a state machine which just helps retries and just making everything much more sturdy, and then we have a launch. And obviously while we're launching, we still have to do work on the outline, keyword injection, things like that. Just never-ending story, right? So we settled on a version that we're comfortable with charging for, and obviously we're going to keep making improvements, and we're going to keep figuring things out as we go. From a high level, what does this mean? So we're looking at a test v2. We're looking at further outline improvements that I already just mentioned. Afterwards, a bit of an activation piece. So a lot of SEOs or companies will come to us when they join, and they won't start with a fresh project. They will already have some sort of roadmap or keywords in place that they want to produce content for. And we want to basically make it super simple for them to get started and import everything they already have via CSV import or whatever. And then we will run our custom algorithms on top of the data that they have. We'll do the clustering, we'll do the data fetching, we'll do the data analysis, we'll determine page types and architecture types of what kind of content they should be producing. So everything that runs on the kind of topic roadmap level, we will be running on just imported data rather than people having to go in and create everything by hand, which is a lot of work. And if people are really motivated to do that, or if they have a greenfield kind of new project, they might be doing that. But otherwise, it's a very hard sell to get people to do all this work without trusting the product yet. So the easier you can make it and the more friction you can remove, the better, right? And just sticking to common formats like CSV is never a bad idea. And then we will be also offering other versions of that, where people can pick certain keywords that we're already showing, and then they can kind of drill down and fetch more related keywords to that without having to do that manually. So that is something where we can let you kind of steer the algorithm in a certain direction. After that, we'll be doing a Google search integration, just getting more data that we can use to make all the prompts better, make better decisions in the backend via Google Analytics and Google Search Console, tracking performance, especially for e-com, like how much money are we actually making with these pages, right, that we're producing and things like that, which is very much interesting on a kind of business KPI level. And just continue to make the algorithms better, and then we'll launch v3 with a also overhaul of the roadmap topics dashboard, and just a lot more smart system on the kind of what can people get out of it. Like right now, a lot of the input is very manual, so you throw it on a seed keyword and then you'll get all the routes for that. or I mean, with the import feature, you can import it, but you still really need to know what you're doing. And we want to move more towards helping people that don't have that much SEO experience to use the tool and get the answers that they need by having things like Ask Your Roadmap, where you can basically ask questions to your roadmap, and you can say, you can get an answer like which next content should be produced and why, and things like that. So just using AI and GPT in ways that it's helpful with, and guiding the user more, even with limited experience in SEO or anything else, right? All right, for Maid of Speeches or Bridesmaid speech generator, we have some bad news. Not really, that stuff's to be expected, but some people are not happy with the level of, I wouldn't say sophistication. I think a small percentage of people, it's under 5%, they think that the AI is too generic or too fluffy or whatever. And obviously we will be working on making the prompts better, but at the same time, we will never, or not never, I would say, but right now at least we're not able to mirror your tone of voice as a person with the limited amount of input that we're taking, right? So I think it's just something we have to figure out. And I think we'll just, as soon as we know that people are starting to get the result that they want, I think there's two things. Like, one, we can offer manual help. So Jen, our partner on this, she can just help people to tweak the speech and make it better, and just make it more according to the voice that they want. And the other is to just offer a refund right away, so that people don't waste their time if the tool is just not a good fit for them. And also, one thing here is, like, we're losing a lot of money in terms of operational cost or operational expenditures to switch the context for GPT to something like 32K, which costs like twice as much. And then we have people like blowing through a lot of money trying to edit the speech however they want, sending 50, 60 or more messages. And I think we should just, as soon as you're blow through 8K context and you don't get what you want, I think it's very much not gonna work. Keep doing the same things, right? Like, people keep continuing writing the same messages and just like trying to make the thing behave differently, which obviously that's something we can stir against in the product, but it's just unnecessary. It's wasting both time and money. So I think it's something we need to figure out how to deal with. But I mean, it is what it is, right? From a high level, still looking for feedback for this because it's still like quite early after launching it. We're gonna tap into best man speeches and wedding vows. That also has strategic reasons. So this is kind of like a high level overview of like what we're up to. Because if we want to go after partnerships, which is like a step later on, we need to be more broad in what we're covering, because a lot of the companies that we would be asking for partnerships and for even like a kind of recurring revenue component, they will be more focused on wedding, where bridesmaids are very niche, so to speak, and the wedding industry is huge, right? So I think the more we can offer, the more attractive we will be for these partnerships to tap into the kind of breadth that we have as customers, while still staying quite niche, right? Like, we're not gonna start writing random speeches. It's just within the same sphere, but it's just a bigger portfolio. And so that is the thing what I was just talking about, reducing, operational costs, partnership outreach, and then some UX improvements. Right now we have a transactional product, right? So we want to move more towards recurring subscription, which we're not going to get with the people that are making the speech, but by partnering or selling like a white label version of the tool or whatever to, let's say, wedding agencies and things like that, because they will have not recurring customers themselves, but they will have always will have use for the tool on a monthly basis as long as they operate. And subscription is just much more reliable for us, and it's just a way of building a stream of income rather than the starting from zero every month. And if we're looking for a potential acquisition, which right now we're not, but or potential exit, we're not going to buy anything, then recurring revenue is always much more it's more popular to acquire and just more acquire worthy, so to speak. So it's just something we are balancing against the roadmap of building cash flow, and it's just something that's been going on behind the scenes, right? But yeah, if any of that stuff sounds interesting to you, feel free to subscribe below and turn on the notifications, obviously, right? Yeah, I'll see you next week. All right, cheers.